Hi, my Leos. Welcome to your December 2022 monthly zodiac sign reading. If you're new here, welcome to my channel and to this community. And if you're returning, it's great to have you back. I'm really grateful for you all. Thank you so much for supporting this channel and being here. Regardless, know that this reading is timeless. So whenever you find it, know there's a message for you. And whatever placement you feel guided to look at, it's totally okay. Whether that is your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mercury, Mars, North Node, or any other placement. So let's get started and see what messages the universe has for my Leos for this month. What do my Leos need to know, please? Okay. Oh, we got the Devil card at the bottom of the deck. Capricorn energy. And underneath that, we got you all, Leo, strength. You guys may be trying to release. We'll get more info, but I feel like you're releasing something or someone. It could be a pattern, like a repeating pattern that's not for your best interest. Okay, so right away we got Page of Cups, Six of Wands, Page of Pentacles. Got 3 cards only. And so right now, some of you may be feeling a little bit scattered in terms of what you really want. It could be in terms of your own success, however you define it, where it is you want to put your energy and your creativity out there in the world. So this could look like in your, do we have any cups? No. I mean, I'm not going to define it. I feel like it could refer to your relationships, to your work, to what it is that you do, or what it is you might potentially want to involve or do, like a side hustle. This could also speak to you, who you are as an identity, as a soul. Pardon me for any word snafus. We are in the shadow period of Mercury retrograde, and I am mixing up my words already. But I feel like when you get clear on your goals, and really think about what it is that you want, not what others want for you, not what you think you should pursue, but what do you truly want in this stage of your life, that you'll be able to manifest that with a lot of success, a lot of inertia, a lot of energy. And I feel like you are going to reach your goals. I feel like in December, some of you may be actually going through this phase of culling out, going through things that maybe you didn't accomplish or reach, and reassessing, which again is commonplace. A lot of zodiac signs have gotten this for this time of year. But wherever you are in your life, you may be just hitting a pause and being like, okay, I got to check in and see where I'm at, where I'm going, and what I need to do to get there. So again, this speaks to daydreaming, also manifesting, wishing, thinking about all your options, but be careful of taking on too much. I heard burning the bridge. So be careful of, and not in the way that you think, because burning bridges for some people indicates, you know, don't end that tie that you may have in a relationship with someone. You know, don't say anything or do anything that could sever it. Keep that option, keep that network, that relationship, that link open. That's usually what people refer to when they say don't burn a bridge, right? But what I'm sensing is be careful of taking on too much, or taking on more than you can commit to, or that you want to commit to. So there's an element here of responsibility. Perhaps that's why we have Capricorn energy here, right? With the Devil card. Some of you may feel like, yes, I'm ready to take on, maybe it's a higher position at work, maybe it's more responsibility, maybe it's something different. What I'm sensing here, oh, we do have cups. You guys, total Mercury retrograde vibes, even though we haven't retrograded. Mercury hasn't retrograded officially yet. This could concern a relationship. You may be, immediately I'm hearing you may be giving more than what you're receiving, or giving more than what you want to give. So again, be careful of over giving, over committing when you don't have the capacity, or when you know that's not where you want your energy or your time to go to. Because sometimes, for example, if there's like love here for some reason, perhaps we have the Strength card, but I feel like some of you may be trying to break out of patterns of saying yes to everything without considering your needs, your boundaries, and what it is you want, and what will help you move you know, towards your goals and help your goals move forward, make progress on them, in other words. But with love, I keep getting something about love for you guys. For those in relationships, or those that are wanting to get into a relationship, so you may be putting yourself out there, dating, maybe creating a dating app profile, or just going to different events to meet people organically. Be cautious of saying yes, yes, yes to everything, especially if you know intuitively, you're like, no, this is not the right situation or person for me. Because sometimes when you're excited or you really want something to happen, you'll say yes. Same thing goes if it's career, some type of creative endeavor, or where you want to put your energy. Make sure it aligns and it feels good. It aligns to you, to what you want, to your goals, to where you are in your life right now, and what you truly want. Because I feel like, again, these cards were underneath the deck, which generally signifies things you may not know, things that are hidden or below the surface, or in your subconscious. This may take a lot of strength trying to recognize, bring to your awareness any self-limiting beliefs or patterns that are repeating, especially when it comes to your boundaries, when it comes to overcommitting, taking on too much responsibility, whether it's at work or for someone else or something else. So be cautious of that in December. You got 3 cards, and you're the only sign that I've done this for. And I've read for the earth and air signs and water signs already. So I'm going to clarify the Page of Cups, because I feel like you may be, there's a lack of clarity here. And I feel like it comes to a relationship. It could also be to a creative endeavor that you want to pursue. Something passionate. It could take the aim of your job, something 10th house related, public image, reputation, your career or work, or being seen. And let me present the last card before I clarify, because I'm like, there's no more cards. We got the Page of Pentacles. So again, I feel like once you get very clear on your own goals, what it is that you truly want, it's like removing everything and everyone away from that and just sitting with yourself. I always picture like grabbing the best cup of coffee or tea or hot chocolate or hot cocoa and getting your journal and whatever you have where you like to write or denote your goals, and just free writing, like what brings me happiness and joy. And first reflecting on 2022, but also then moving into shifting ahead and what you would like to work towards. What is it that is truly calling to you right now at this stage? Do you want to devote more time to work? Do you want to open yourself up to a new relationship, or up-level the current relationship that you're in? Or do you want to expand your friend group, or engage in more creative hobbies or pursuits? Or maybe you want to go and do something more fitness related, like train for something or whatever the case, or open up to love and start dating. Get clear on what you want, because you do not want a scattered energy. I'm getting scatteredness, even though this card could also signify, you know, wishing, dreaming, thinking of goals, what you want to manifest. Be careful of not being clear with your goals. In other words, be super, super clear, because things will manifest pretty quickly. And sometimes you're like, wait, I didn't want this. Well, you gotta be clear about it, because I feel like things are going to come in quickly for you. They're going to perhaps come in faster than you realize. That's why I cautioned you, and I kept getting, don't take on more than you can chew. That's the saying. Don't bite more than you can chew. In other words, don't say yes to everything, and then come, you know, let's say February, where you said yes to all these opportunities. You're like, shit, you know, I have 3 personal events, 4 meetings, this event, that, and you're like overwhelmed, and you don't want that, because you have opportunities coming in. And I feel like this is just the start of these different goals, particularly when it comes to your stability. I feel like this for many of you is going to be career, work related, and for some love, and for some of you all of these and more. So just be cautious, because there's a lot of energy I feel that wants to move forward quickly, but you want to be, again, you want to take a balanced approach. You want to almost do things slow and steady. Integrate, allow yourself to feel, is this right for me? And if not, you can always change your mind. I think that's something most people don't realize when they set goals. They think, I have to stick through with it. I have to do it. For who and for what? Really, goals are for ourselves. That's why I've been hearing this a lot lately, and even seeing wolves, so perhaps they're related. Work in silence. You don't have to speak your goals to anyone or tell anyone unless you really want to, and it's okay, perfectly okay to change your mind. You may realize some people are like, you know, I want to become a VP or CEO or president of this organization or nonprofit or whatever it is. And then you get into that role and you're like, oh, hell to the no, I don't want to do this. And it's okay. There's a caution here with, again, with burning yourself out and taking on too much just to appease the external. That's why I keep saying, tap into your heart. What is it that you truly want? Because not everyone buys for that senior level position or $100,000 job or whatever it is. Some people are like, you know what, I'm happy in this lower level position, which absolutely means nothing. It's still a great position. I'm still able to grow and learn, but I have more time for myself and my family or whatever it is that is important. So December is all about getting very clear for you all, my Leos, because I feel like things are going to take off. Let's clarify the Page of Cups, please. This may be something some of you may have dealt with in the past. There may be a level of imbalance because we have the infinity symbol here. And this is the strength card, right? And Leo, you all rule the 5th house. The house of creativity, entrepreneurship, children, the inner child, love, romance, dating, entertainment as well, theater, music, dance. So there may be some type of pattern here that you're being called to, okay, let's check this. Do you see anything that's repeating in any of these areas? Boundaries, particularly. Discipline, responsibilities, taking on too much or taking on the worries of others, perhaps codependency as well. So just something to be mindful of. Okay, clarifying the Page of Cups, we got Wu Wei, which is unique to this tarot deck, Luna Soul tarot deck. So Wu Wei, in general, the premise is about allowing things to flow, not pushing them, not forcing them, in other words. Don't push things to happen in a certain way. Release control and allow things to flow. Of course, take inspired action when you feel it. So this is all about feeling for me. I get a lot of water energy here. When it comes to gaining clarity for what it is you wish to manifest or intend for the, we'll just say the upcoming 2023 calendar year, or simply in your entire life plan for the next season. It really helps to ask yourself, how do I feel about this? Because sometimes we manifest and try to think with our brain, our logic. Obviously, we have to think, right, with our brain, but we try to get into the emotive side using our logic and our analytical side, which isn't going to give us the information we need, right? Because some folks, they're like, you know what? I keep getting dating with you all. They're like, I wanna start dating. And then they get out there and they're like, you know what? No, I don't really want to do this anymore. And sometimes you won't know until you get there, and that's okay. So there's an element of changing your mind, but there's also too an element of getting clear on what that looks like for you. What does dating look like? Because what it looks like for some, and I'm giving an example here, what it looks like for someone else is not going to look the same for you. For some, they're like, okay, time to get the dating apps, and others are like, nope. Maybe join meetup groups, maybe enroll back into a course or some type of hobby to meet people, or ask friends around if they know any people that are single, or start networking, whatever the case. That's the type of clarity you're looking for. Again, whether it's love, dating, wealth, health, whatever the case, you gotta nail down all those parameters. I'm not talking about a dissertation on your goal, but just get clear on what it looks like for you, how you feel, and allow it to go. Don't push it. Don't force things to happen, right? By you signing up for a dating app, for example, or attending an event, you're already taking that inspired action, right? To meet the universe halfway. If someone comes up to you and they're like, hey, nice to meet you, would you like to go out sometimes? You're not going to be texting that person 100 times, right? Trying to force something to happen. You're going to allow. That's the premise here with Wu Wei. Okay. Wow, we got quite a bit for you all with only 3 cards, and some of the other signs had a fewer cards, more cards, and we wrapped it up quickly. But I'm getting a lot of energy, a lot of excitement. Many of you are ready for, I'm hearing a clean slate. Clean slate. Some of you are ready to start anew. A lot of energy being put in your foundation here. A lot of balancing too. We got that with the 6 of Wands and with the Page of Pentacles. What else do my Leos need to know, please? What else do my Leos need to know for December? We got stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. Look at this. Some of you actually may literally be receiving a promotion. But I feel like this could also speak to a spiritual up-leveling, a spiritual promotion. You are growing, evolutionizing, ascending, upgrading in your own soul journey. So you may be feeling just enhanced, right? Like some set of beliefs have shifted. The way you're seeing things, especially when it comes to work, finances, and love, may have shifted completely in the past year, and it's coming to fruition, to a culmination right now. You're being guided by your own internal light. That's the biggest source. There's something about light here, fire. Using this energy in a positive way, alchemizing any fear, any grief, any emotions that have held you back in the past. You got a lot of significance to strength. Again, underneath the deck, we got the strength card. Some of you have overcome a lot, especially when it comes to relationships. I'm getting a lot of dynamics around codependency, perhaps lack of boundaries, discipline. I keep hearing like responsibility too, about taking on too much or taking on what's not yours. Be careful of, especially for those that are sensitives, empaths. I say sensitives because many people denote themselves as empath, witches, curanderos, healers, whatever the name. You may be very sensitive to energy, and so you may take on the energy of others, especially if you're close in relationships with them. Let me rephrase that, especially if you're in a very close romantic relationship. It could happen too with any, but with romance, there's different levels of intimacy, right? And so be careful of taking on what's not yours. Some of you are sponges out there. I feel like many of you have opened up or will be opening up to your own gifts, ESP, extrasensory perception, but I'll just say perceptive gifts. And it's getting stronger, and I feel like that is helping. That's like an illusion. Not illusion, illusion. It's alluding to what's to come for you because you're finally trusting yourself, or you're tapping into your own inner knowing. What else does the universe want my Leos to know, please? Okay. We got clear, cancel, and release. So there may be some letting go. Again, perhaps with the Devil card, some of you may be dealing with attachment issues. Some of you, it could be codependency, but look at your attachment issues. Some of you may be triggered, may be feeling either needy or avoidant, or somewhere in between, or a mix. There's something here about needing to release. There's like a clearing that has to be done. Some of you need to end certain situations, patterns, things that are happening in your life. And perhaps that's going to help you gain clarity on your next steps, on what it is that you would like to manifest, what you would like to pursue next with your goals. You have to release. You got to clear your energy. Who had this? One of the water signs had this. I forgot which one, Pisces or Cancer. All of them were very intertwined for this month. So if you have major water placements, I would suggest taking a look at any other sign as well. But there's an element here of releasing, because when you release, again, you shift your energy. And it's super, super important. Again, I got the feeling with those that I'm tapping into, many of you are sensitives, and I tend to connect with a lot of sensitives in this world, especially empaths and other healers and healing energies. When you step into your power, it's also you realizing your strength, your inner light. That means too, realizing what's mine and what's not mine. So boundaries are especially important, especially with energy. We've got different forms of boundaries, right? Emotional boundaries, physical boundaries, energetic boundaries. And so energetic boundaries are going to be key here. Some of you may benefit from doing a cord cutting, literally decluttering your home, getting rid of items that belong to people, or experiences, I should say. For example, say you work somewhere and you have a lot of items from that job, or that has their logo, or maybe that reminds you of that job and it wasn't a particularly positive experience, or it's something you've outgrown and maybe you're wanting to shift into something higher. You'd be surprised when you get rid of energy that's relating to what it is you want to maybe up level in, how quickly that energy shifts and allows you to call in that opportunity or whatever you want in that sector, field, dynamic. Same thing with love. So many people hold on to things from past relationships, whether it's if you were married, like a wedding band or clothing or photos or anything. And I'm not talking about, you know, how do I phrase this? Because this is going to be very different for everyone. But if you're holding on to items with relationships and you're trying to call in the new relationship, and any part of your life, like fitness too, if you're holding on to things that remind you in a negative way of a place in your life that you don't want to feel, don't hold on to it, get rid of it. So there's an element here of decluttering, not just physical material items, but also energies around you. Get very clear. It's gonna change your vibration, and it's really important I say this. Some of you are holding on or have a tendency to hold on to things way past their expiration date. I'm not trying to sound callous, especially when it comes to people, but people are in our lives usually for a reason or a season, sometimes for a lifetime, right? And so we have to be very discerning about that. You'll know intuitively when it's time to let someone go. Sometimes we hold on because of attachment. Okay, what other messages? Thank you. We got forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So for some of my Leos, this may pertain to an experience, a situation, or a relationship of some sort, where you may have felt pain, hurt, and this is something you may have to release or work on releasing. It's always for yourself and no one else. Sometimes when we're tethered to the past, and we don't even sometimes realize it, but subconsciously we hold ourselves to the past or remain attached in different ways by keeping certain items, keeping memories alive, thinking things over, ruminating. It really blocks our ability to manifest, because how can we manifest? We're supposed to stay in the present, and with manifestation we project and think, okay, what would we like to, where would we like to go, what would we like to accomplish? You guys, I'm having so much trouble talking, but it's difficult when we still have a foot in that door. It's almost like, okay, I want a new loving relationship. I'm getting a lot of love with my Leos. I don't know why. A lot of love references are coming up. But how can we call them love if we're not even out of a relationship or fully divorced or separated, or you know what I mean? It's that energy. So again, there's an element here of releasing, and only you will know what needs to be released, what you need to shift and change. I feel like that is going to dramatically shift everything for you, because everything is energy, right? When you move anything around, and any of you, I'm just getting feng shui, if any of you practice that, feng shui, moving objects, cleansing the ki or prana around you, it's going to shift things quickly. Okay, we will close this out with final starseed messages. Okie dokes. We got channel. You are a channel through which healing energy reaches the world. Some of you are about to step, and it doesn't mean you're going to become, you know, a psychic or a healer in the way, you know, in a metaphysical sense. Whatever you pursue, whatever it is that's calling to you, sharing your gift with the world as an artist, as a musician, as a dancer, therapist, maybe as a receptionist or a trainer or an educator, whatever the case is, there's some healing element that you are going to be able to share and partake with others, and that is going to help imbue this warmth, this energy, perhaps this inner child healing as well with people around you. And so stay open to any signs, any feelings that you're getting, especially when it comes to things with dealing with your, we'll just say with your career, with your mission, with your purpose. I feel like they're blended, and I don't feel like we have one. Finally, you got truth. See your light. Know your power. Have the courage to walk your truth. Holy shit. You guys, there's a lot about courage, about strength, right? Stepping into your power. I think some of you may have felt or may have been experiencing fear, and in December you may be getting that spark, that recognition, that knowing, like, okay, it's time. There's something I have to do that's going to take strength, bravery. Perhaps it's leaving a relationship, leaving a job, knowing that I have to do things differently because my heart, my soul is calling to me. Perhaps it's something you have to speak to yourself. There's, again, it's all about awareness and release. Whenever I see the devil card, it doesn't, and again, I'm an intuitive reader, so I don't get the same messages every time I get the devil card. But for me in this case, I feel like it's about being aware of any patterns that are repeating in your life. The same thing when it comes to releasing. You don't want to be tethered. That's the thing. You want to learn from this and say, okay, I learned everything I needed to from this situation or situations, whether they concern people or not, and I'm ready. I'm ready to step into my own truth. I'm ready to walk this path. I'm not going to dim my light anymore. My Leos, so exciting. The energy shifted completely. Water signs are going through a spiritual awakening. Earth signs are cleaning up and getting prepared. They're like responsible. I forgot what the air signs were doing. A lot of energy management with the air signs. I hope this has resonated with someone out there. If it has, comment down below. Let me know what's going on for you. I love reading your stories and I always comment. If this has given you any sort of clarity, confirmation, any nuggets of gold or wisdom, I would love it if you could support me in my channel. Hit the thumbs up button or the like button. Share this video if you feel called so that others may benefit. And subscribe if you would like to see more content like this, more tarot readings. I also do readings around the lunations, things to know about spirituality, energy healing, and wellness, and much more. I also do a weekly tarot live stream happening every Wednesday. So other than that, thank you so much for being here with me. I'm wishing you a beautiful December wherever you are, and I will see you soon. Take care.